I've been meaning to make this video for a while now. If you don't know me, I'm Raul Shah. I play baseball professionally, and I played all 4 years at Hopkins before that. And I'm going to give you the complete guide to Bruce Bolt batting gloves. We're going to talk about the durability and the performance and all the amazing attention to detail that goes into making these gloves. And if you haven't seen Bruce Bolt batting gloves yet, and this is your first time, here's a little bit of a sneak peek. They're amazing. You've got all kinds of colors and assortments and styles. If you go to their website, it's endless. But it's not about necessarily the style, it's about the quality. And you can probably tell just looking at the video how good the leather is on these gloves. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and actually get into the review. So stick around until the very end because I'm going to give you my discount code and you're going to get a really good deal. So make sure you watch all the way to the end. Now I'm just going to jump right in and talk about why these are the best batting gloves in the game and they're the only batting gloves you'll ever need. The leather is so good. It's really thick and it's super durable and it feels premium. When you put this on your hand, it feels like a luxury product and it smells like new car leather. And these are not exaggerations. I'm sure a lot of you have already used these gloves, and if you have, leave it in the comments and tell me if I'm making this up because I know I'm not. And they last a really long time. They've come in two different variations. You've got on the left your traditional type of strap, the short cuff, and on the right you've got this long cuff. What are the pros and cons? Well, with the short cuff, it's quick. You know when you're sprinting in from the field and you're about to lead off the inning, you don't want to be fumbling trying to get all your gear on. This is perfect for that. And it's familiar. This is what you're used to. The long cuff takes a little bit longer because you have this wraparound. So what's the pro? Why would I use it if it takes longer? Well, it makes your wrist feel like it's been taped. So I'm right here. Go ahead and get the strap on. Now watch this. I'm pulling on this and I'm tightening it around my wrist. And I've got a lot of support all in this area. And you can even hear it scrunching together because it is fitting pretty snugly on my wrist. So some of you that have wrists that need more support, this would be perfect. And it also looks cool. I mean, it's a really cool design. I have pictures, a lot. I've used this in many games. So I've got a lot of pictures with these ones. I got a lot of pictures with the short cuffs. But the design is really great. And the leather quality is really great. See, normal batting gloves, you go get Nikes, Adidas, Under Armours. They're really thin. I mean, they're very cheaply made. They tear very quickly. And they're pretty expensive relative to how short they last. These cost more, but you get so much duration out of them. These are the Navy short cuffs. And these ones aren't new, unlike all of these. The Navy short cuffs I have used in games when I played for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in the Atlantic League. And I've used for thousands upon thousands of swings in the batting cages. If I had to estimate, these gloves have probably seen 7,000 or 8,000 swings. They're holding up great. And in fact, I've never cleaned this pair. If I were to actually take leather cleaner and conditioner and clean these up, I could make them look almost brand new. So they're not that far gone. And as you can see, there's no holes anywhere on these gloves. 7,000, 8,000 swings, no holes, no fraying, nothing. I mean, even if I go here and I look at the stitching is in place. This cloth area and this stitching, the seam is perfect. No fraying. This is a quality product. And that's why I love swinging with Bruce Bolts. It gives you a lot of confidence because they look good. And when you look good, you feel good, you play good. The other thing that I really like about the design is they make their fingertips a little bit conical. Let's get some new gloves. When I put my hand in, you can see how tightly it fits here. Now, it's not too tight. When I say tight, I mean snug. It is conical. Your fingers are in this glove with no additional wiggle room. So it doesn't feel like your fingers are sliding in the glove when you hit. The other thing about the design is you have this cross stitching right here where your knuckles are so that you have really good flexibility so you can get a good grip. Because remember, these gloves are on the thicker side. So if this didn't exist, it would be a little bit of a stretch and some resistance, but you don't feel that because these gloves are very thoughtfully crafted. You've also got, as you might have noticed, extra padding in this area. It's reinforced because Bruce Bolt knows through their research, and it's reinforced right along here too, that these areas tear very quickly. And because it's reinforced here, guess what? They don't tear very quickly. It makes it even more durable. You can see this is a little bit more breathable material, and then you get into the leather. Now, Bruce Bolt could have easily went and just added a lightning sticker, but they didn't. They actually stitched on a lightning bolt sticker, and it's got texture. It's 3D. You can actually see the ridge like a mountain. In fact, if I take this glove off, and let's switch to the Father's Day glove, and here you can see a little bit more depth because it's a darker shade. There's nothing on this that feels cheap, and they last a super long time. Now let's talk about actual performance, right? Because I mentioned a bunch of times already, hey, these gloves last a really long time. Well, how does they perform? And I mentioned, you've got these slits here, it's conical, thick leather, but what about the actual in the game, right? I mean, how does the bat feel in your hand? And it feels really good. When you go and you use the super thin gloves that you get in just sporting goods stores, it almost feels like you're trying to bat with those hospital rubber gloves after you've used these. I mean, there's really no going back because when you put these on, you actually feel like, hey, I've got a grip on the bat. I'm not getting blisters. That's the other thing, because the gloves are thicker, you don't get as many blisters. But the bat feels good in your hand. And I've had teammates that used to use the lizard skin that actually just got a thumb guard and got rid of the lizard skin because they felt that the thumb guard in these gloves was enough protection and thick enough. So the performance is great. The durability is great. What about the price? Well, the price is expensive relative to the other gloves if you only look at it at face value. Because if you buy, a pair of Bruce Bolts for, let's say, $100, and they last you 2 seasons, well, that's $50 per season. You buy a pair from the store for $40, you're probably going to go through 3 in 1 season, or maybe 2 in 1 season. So when you actually look at it from a perspective of how long do the gloves last for the price, there's no comparison. No one's beaten Bruce Bolt. I've been swinging these batting gloves since 2019, around the time they first came out. And they had, I think, 3,000 followers on Instagram, and now I don't even know. They probably got almost 300,000 by the time you're watching this video. And they deserve every single one of them because they're really good people that work at that company too. Bear's a great guy. His father's a great guy. Mark, their pro rep that handles my account and sends me everything and gets me set up for every season. One of the best guys you could ever ask for. He just gives and gives. He never asks for anything in return. And when you have a team like that, it's really no surprise why they have done so well. But they put the player first, and that's something that I really liked from the second that I found them. And they pay attention to the details. I mean, just look at the bag. If I grab this bag right here, other batting glove companies don't put their gloves in a bag. And it's got a pocket. It's just details like this. They really care about everything that they create. And so I can't imagine if you buy one of these gloves that you're going to be disappointed. And I hope that those of you who watched this video and made it this far will leave a comment and let me know what your experience has been like, because I would love to know. And if you're thinking about buying Bruce Bolt products for the first time or the 100th time, use my discount code. It's DocShaw14. You'll get free shipping on your entire order. And that's about it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you haven't to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.